Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your May 2022 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as the way in front of us, it's a Celtic Court spread as always, and also pulled some Oracle cards and Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice way in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Okay, so we have 7, and for you guys, your 7th house is Gemini, and pretty much at the beginning of May, Mercury's going to be in Gemini, then it's going to actually start the retrograde back into Taurus, and of course toward the end of May, we're going to have the Sun move into Gemini, and there'll be a new moon there as well, so it makes sense to see this energy pop up for you. Alright, we have Libra. And we actually just had a full moon in Libra a couple of days ago. And for you guys, that's your 11th house of friendships, groups, hopes, and wishes. So could have been some reevaluation of friendships there. And we have Uranus. And Uranus is actually in Taurus. And that's your 6th house of work, health, daily routines. So yeah, we'll keep those in mind as we go through the main spread. Alright, so in the main situation position, we have the 6 of Cups, which is Scorpio energy, and in the challenger position, we have the 3 of Cups in reverse. So the way I'm seeing this coming up primarily for you guys is probably that you're considering extending an olive branch to someone. I have a feeling that this is more of a friendship thing versus like a romantic type of connection, but it could be that as well, I suppose, for some of you. But yeah, I feel like that's primarily what it is there, where I don't necessarily feel like you're taking action on it right now, but I feel like there at least is a thought in your mind as to whether or not you should come forward with a reconciliation offer. And like I said, for the majority of you, I feel like it's more of a friend thing, and possibly even because there might have been something that happened around that Libra full moon with your friendships. Okay, in the foundation position, we have the 2 of Pentacles. So for some of you, this could just be saying that that's you weighing those options, right? But for others of you, it could just be pointing more to possibly why you might have withdrawn from these connections, whether it's one or multiple. And if that's the case, it could just be saying that you were really just more worried about your finances at the time. Maybe you're having some issues there, so you were putting more of your energy and focus into your finances, and in the process, some relationships might have fallen by the wayside for a bit. All right, in the past position, we see the 10 of Wands. So this is actually a Sagittarius energy here. And to see this come up could just be saying that you guys might have been taking on a lot, right? So naturally, possibly it's all connected, right? To, let's say, if you had financial troubles, you might have started to take on more hours at work. And in the process, because of that, you weren't able to spend as much time with friends or romantic partner, family, you name it. And then that could have caused those relationships to suffer a bit, right? That's just a super generic example of how it's playing out. But yeah, either way, I feel like this is saying that you really had a lot on your plate in the past. All right. In the present position, we have the 9 of Pentacles. So this is Virgo energy here, which for you guys is your 10th house, career, social status. And at the very least, this is saying that if there was some financial difficulty, you might have been moving past that now, or at least will be shortly, given that this is a reading for May. But yeah, seeing this here could just be saying that you are experiencing some growth, and maybe because of that, you've been able to take a little bit of time away, right? And maybe in the process, that could be what gets you thinking about those other connections. Like, oh, maybe I should reach out to so-and-so and see how they're doing, things along those lines. But yeah, it looks like you're definitely riding solo for the most part, though. Let's see what else comes to mind with this. That's pretty much it. Okay, in the near future position, we have the Fool. So this could just be saying in the near future you will actually take that opportunity, like I said, to reach out to whoever this is. We mentioned some of the different types of connections it could be. But it looks like in the near future you guys might actually take that opportunity to speak around the situation and try to see if you could repair it. Others of you might actually just decide to start fresh elsewhere. But yeah, for the majority of you, especially given that he's basically leaping right toward that direction, I feel like this is saying that for a lot of you will actually reach out in the month of May. All right, in the position of your influence on the situation, you have the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, this is another indicator. I mean, I always point out how that Pentacle was just out of his reach, right? So this could be another indicator that for a lot of you was based on more of a financial issue that might have led to you pulling away. And, that could have been where those relationships ran into some issues in that regard. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing with that. And this could also be saying that whatever financial goal you did set for yourself is really close now. So because of that, you might feel a little more comfortable, okay, spending more time with, focusing on other areas of your life. All right, in the environment position, we have the Ten of Swords. So this is Gemini energy, and we did see that come up with the dice as well. Could represent an ending for sure, but more than anything, I feel like this is saying, especially given that you had the Ten of Wands in the past position, just more of an ending of all of the stuff that you're taking on, which, like we said there, it looks like that energy could be clearing up for you guys. So it could have just been a timing thing where maybe you knew, okay, I really have to get this situation fixed, right? And you knew, okay, for the next, let's say you gave yourself a goal, all right, for the next 4 months, I'm just really going to grind, get to where I want to be. And then at that point, I'll, come back around. For others of you, though, seeing this does bring me back to what I was saying. I think it was your reading for last month where I was talking about that you guys might have been feeling generous, but you just had to be cautious about people starting to take advantage of it at some point, right? So this could be one of those things too, where let's say if you knew you were going through some issues and then all of a sudden, or rather if you were going through some issues and your friends knew about those issues, but rather than help or at least understand and give you that space you needed to clear that out, if they were just feeling like they were the ones who were being inconvenienced, that could have been one of those things where it helped you reevaluate those friendships, right? And then, like I said, with that Libra full moon, you might have actually decided to leave at least some of those connections behind. If you realize that that was the approach that they had toward the connection, where it was basically more about what could they get out of it above anything else. Yeah, that's pretty much it with that. All right. In the hopes or fears position, we have the Nine of Wands. So I'm going to assume for most of you this would be a fear because it's not necessarily the most positive, comfortable energy to begin with. So I doubt it'd be a hope in that regard. But yeah, this could just be saying that, well, it could be a couple of things where you're like fearing that next battle coming along, right? But also, in a way, this could also be saying that that might be what drives you to the Ten of Wands, right? Where you feel like, oh, well, if I just stop, right? If I take some time away from work, let's say, right, then everything will fall apart. One of those kinds of situations there. So on the one hand, this could be pointing to what drives you to take on too much at times. For others, it could just be a fear that more will come your way. So it could go either way there. All right. And in the outcome position, we have the Four of Swords. So this is actually Libra energy here, which again we saw on the dice, and this was actually the degrees that Libra full moon was in. So this could just be saying whatever that situation was, if there was some kind of a falling out, you will be healing from that. So like I said, for some of you, it could actually be taking the action to mend connections, or for others of you, if there was some that you really truly did realize needed to go because of the way that they might have handled the situation with you, you'll be doing a little bit of healing from that. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hangman. So yeah, this could be you guys just taking a little bit of time to see things from a different perspective. I usually view this as a Pisces energy, 12th house energy, and of course there will be that full moon eclipse in Scorpio, which is your 12th house. So that could be what gives you some insight around the situation in that regard. All right. And moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have Don't Take Anything Personally. Here we go. And it says, see other people as they are. Okay, so it says, when you see other people as they are without taking it personally, you can never be hurt by what they say or do. Even if others lie to you, it is okay. They are lying to you because they are afraid you will discover that they are not perfect. So interesting message there again. Like I said, given that this is your house of friendships, that Libra energy, we had the full moon there recently, right? So could just be one of those things where, like I said, I feel like if you were going through a situation, that might have shown you in the process who you could and couldn't rely on as far as your friendships too. So Hopefully that resonated with you in that regard. All right, moving on to your Wisdom of the Oracle card. We have All That Glitters. There's the artwork and the number 16. So yeah, this it's probably going to have a similar message in that regard, but let's see what it says. Okay, it says, a need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkly new thing, being mercurial. The oracle's message. It's only human to want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint the pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status, or to deny them as a statement of rebellion. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title or position, the stamp of authority, or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing. Or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them and how they symbolically will elevate them and make them more attractive. This card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe beneath the surface. Learn to recognize the mask people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all the glitter is gone. Would you still desire the object or person? So yeah, interesting message there. So yeah, like I said, if you guys did go through some kind of hardship, that might have shown you who you couldn't rely on, like we already talked about. And for others of you, maybe this was even you reevaluating your relationship to money, as far as maybe you realized, okay, all I'm doing here in this chase for this new next financial goal is just burning myself out, right? And in that case, these energies here could be pointing more to you guys realizing what's more important to you and reconnecting to that. So either way, hopefully it resonated with you. All right, the relationship message says, sometimes we try to become something we're not to impress others. We embellish the story a bit, adding some dramatic elements to make us more appealing. The real person becomes hidden behind the sparkle and shine. Then there are times when we don't see the true value of someone else because he or she may not have the glitz and glamour that seems so desirable. Now is the time to look beyond the surface, beyond the mask, to the essence of a person. Who that person is, not what he or she has or can give you, is important. See beyond the glitter and look for the inner glow. Use the eyes in your heart. Let go of artifice and let what is authentic shine. So hopefully that message resonated there as well. And the prosperity message says, sometimes an opportunity looks so good that it glitters like gold and you just can't resist it, especially when it appears others are doing so well and have hit the mother lode. During the American gold rush, everyone hurried to find their fortune and then deserted entire towns after the mining depleted gold veins in the earth. So too can you deplete yourself as you chase after the latest shiny thing that has caught your eye. There is a mercurial quality to your present circumstances. Pay no attention to those who chase after fool's gold. Resist the temptation to be jealous of others. What they have achieved may not be the true success you seek, so don't compare yourself to them. You see only the surface right now, only the sparkle. Be assured that you will experience your own shiny moment if you stick to what you know. All that glitters may not be gold for you. So interesting message there too. And then as I was reading that, I was realizing too that just the color of a lot of the cards are also a golden type of color too. So just interesting there. But hope it resonated with you. And lastly, we'll look at your Mudra card. So this is your Mudra here. It's the Kilaka Mudra. The keyword for it is union. Okay, let's see if we can get this to cooperate. Here we go. Let me just get everything in the frame. Okay. So under benefits, it says tonifies the water element in the body, improves the function of the kidneys, bladder, and sexual glands, fosters a sense of emotional safety and comfort around intimacy and sexuality. Can also be used as a devotional gesture to express or evoke the union of masculine Shiva and feminine Shakti. So if that sounds like a mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys, I will put the name in the description video as always. We'll wrap up there and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.